Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I am going to read a snippet from Jackie Hill Perry's. If you are not familiar with Jackie Hill Perry, she is a phenomenal poet. I would say wordsmith, author, just an amazing human being who just has really great insight. And this woman studies the Bible like, oh my goodness, it's just, she has an incredible background and story about her life and things that she has come through. And she and her husband are quite amazing people. They also have a podcast as well. And she and her husband, Preston, have beautiful children, four beautiful children. They have 3 girls and they just had a boy not too long ago. And she has some really great insight. And I tell you, she posted this and I tell you, some of these things just hit different. So let me just read this and then we're going to be signing off for the month of April. But I wanted to end with this because this right here will rearrange your soul. Okay? She posted the other day, she said, "The older I get, the less interested I am in shallow friendships. Bonding over music, shared histories, and coffee blends are cute or whatever, but it's not enough. I'm too complicated, too busy, too thoughtful, and go through too much not to have friends with depth." Ooh, I tell you. Listen, and she's that way too. You meet her in person and you have a conversation, she is just that way, very straight to the point, very insightful and very inclusive in the way that she speaks and delivers information. I've seen her speak in person, have met her one time when she came to my church. And she spoke at a women's conference. And I think it was the last women's conference that my church had before the pandemic came. But it was incredible. And she really, really set that place on fire. Truly. It was just absolutely wonderful. And I think she's on like a mini tour right now. She might be on a break right now. But she has a couple of books out. And it's just, you know, when you got to keep people like this around you, you know, and even though, you know, I'm not friends with her personally, just following her on her Instagram is so encouraging. And I would encourage you who are listening, do an Instagram cleanse, do a social media cleanse in general. But I know a lot of people are probably more on Instagram than other things. But social media cleanse, do it. Get rid of all those pages that make you feel bad about yourself. Get rid of all of those, you know, friends who are just saying a whole bunch of nothing. You see the friends that are in their pictures and they're turning up. Okay, you having a good time. But then they're like, you know, they smoking weed or they're drinking. And if it's stuff that you don't do, then why would you want to ingest that every day? You know, your diet is not only what you physically ingest, but it's the things that you look at. It's the things that you listen to. So the music you listen to, the books that you read, the shows that you watch, the movies that you take in. You know what I mean? Like all of that has an impression. Even watching the news. Sometimes you just got to shut the news off. Because even watching, you know, negativity and news and all of that, I tell you, this is real life, you guys. My reminders and things are popping up as I'm talking. You know, all of that stuff, everything that you watch, you know, that negative coworker that always has something adverse to say. And sometimes I know we can't avoid all the people. It could even be people in our own family. And you know, you have to see people in your own family all the time. But you don't have to absorb their negativity. So when you're thinking about friendships, when you're thinking about relationships, make sure that you address those things. Make sure that if the person is constantly being negative, maybe they need to go to counseling. Maybe they need to see a therapist so they can get that stuff out, because those are the things that ruffle relationships, whether it's your significant other, friendships, work relationships, all of that. So we have to find the depth in our relationships, and I don't care if it's personal, friendships, whatever. We have to find the depth. I'm not saying we have to be serious all the time, because I love to laugh. Anybody who knows me knows I love a good laugh till I got tears in my eyes and my side is hurting. I love a good laugh. But we also have to realize that this is real life, and we're going through serious things right now. And you need people to show up for you. If you listen to one of my past episodes, I talk about friends showing up for you. If you're constantly the only friend that shows up and nobody's showing up for you, I'm not saying that you have to throw people away. I don't believe in that. But I do believe in keeping people on the shelf for which they belong. And I said before, some people need to be promoted and some people need to be demoted. And it's not an easy thing, because sometimes it's family. And that's very hard to do. But at this point in time, if people are not encouraging you and they're not, there to be a rock for you, that you can lean on them, because they're always coming to lean on you. But if you can't lean on them, you have to start evaluating the quality of what you keep around you, So I just wanted to read that passage from Jackie Hill Perry, because she's a very insightful individual, and there's some other folks that I'll feature on my podcast, but she's definitely one of them. Definitely go follow her, because she's got she's very good at breaking down I don't know what the word is, breaking down the meanings of words and the roots of words and, all of that. Like, she's deep like that. I absolutely love that. I appreciate that. So if you're into that, you will definitely love following her on social media. But I wanted to share that, because it definitely was a post that got a lot of response, So again, we're at the end of April. It's about to be a new month. Some of you may be listening to this on May 1st. It may come through on, sometime in May for some other platforms, but it has been recorded on April 30th. So you guys, we're going into the next phase. We're in the second quarter, a month down into the second quarter of the year. So let's get moving, you guys. Let's get moving. Before you know it, it'll be the summer again, and then Christmas will come around again. So let's get on our game. This is the time. So start to evaluate people that you have in your life and who is around you, and get into a positive space. That's really ultimately what this means. Okay, you guys, like, share, subscribe to this podcast. If you are listening to this podcast right now, tag me on social media and let me know at Onyx Queen Media, and I will post you in my stories and give you a shout out. All right, you guys, May is on the way. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.